7:44, and I'll call meeting 1481 to order. At this time, I would like to welcome the gallery and online viewers, and if anyone that's viewing online can see that we have a packed house here tonight, and I want to say thanks to each of you for coming. Behind the camera, there's lots of newly elected members, and around our table we have lots of newly elected members to school council, so we just want to say thank you for coming in. It takes a lot of courage to step up, even though sometimes it can be fun things. There's lots of hard things that come with it, so thank you. And ultimately, we're going to try to encourage you continuously to run every year so you can take care of us in years to come.
Yeah.
All right, agenda meeting number 1481 in front of you. Are there any additions to the agenda?
Yes. I have a capital works motion.
All right, we'll fit that into new business.
And an invoice.
Okay. All right, hearing no further, we'll move on. The minutes for meeting number 1480 are presented. Are there any errors or omissions? Hearing none, can I get a mover?
So moved.
Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, thank you. Business arising from the minutes. Are there any new business arising from the minutes? Hearing none, we shall move on to new business. Councillor Freak, please.
I resolve that the Town of Deer Lake submit its capital investment plan to the Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs for Canada Community Building Funds in the amount of $303,144.97 for the UV filter for the Town of Deer Lake's water treatment system.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jones. Call for question. Hearing none. I'm just going to make a comment just so all you fine folks know. So this is a move on a water treatment plant. And you know, when you flush your toilet, you get in your shower, you brush your teeth, you want to make sure that your water's potable and clean. So this is what this is for, just so everybody knows, okay? It's a lot of money. It comes from 3 different levels of government, but the number one thing in your community, and Councillor Hancock's heard me say it over and over and over to council, is the number one priority in our community. Because we all know how important water is for everything. So we have a mover, we have a seconder. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. You say you had an invoice too?
I'm going to add that to finance.
Okay. All right, moving on to correspondence. In front of you, item number 1, Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs. Approval of extension until February 7th for council training for Councillor David Hines. Item number 2, tree lighting will be held December 3rd at 6:30 p.m. at the Pride of the Town site, followed by, I do believe that's now going to be moved to the Pentecostal Church for after, for the service. And item number 3, Christmas parade will be on Saturday, December 14th at 5 p.m. With a quiet zone at the beginnings of the parade on Maury Avenue. Route is on the Deer Lake Fire Rescue Facebook page, and this year's theme is what again, sorry, Manager?
It's Christmas movies is the theme this year. So, yeah.
Christmas movies.
It was Christmas movies, and we've already put out the request that we wanted to have Cousin Eddie as one of the floats in an RV. So if they don't win a prize, I think someone's going to get a prize from me for that one.
All right, perfect. Again, just so you guys know, we're doing a tree lighting next on the 3rd at 6:30 p.m. So hopefully we'll see you all out there, and there's going to be a special guest show up as well. All right, moving on to reports. Finance. Councillor Freak, please.
Okay, so my committee is Finance. I'm the Chair of Finance, and on this committee with me is Councillor Brett Langdon. So we met on November the 20th at 1 p.m. along with the Town Manager, Jason Young. My report has a couple of bills. So this is where we pay all the bills in the Town of Deer Lake. Item number 1, Western Pump, $2,318.40, and another one for $725.65. This is for pump repairs. Recommended approval. Item number 2, All Rock. This is $2,300. This was the geotech that had to be done at our new splash pad. Recommended approval. Item number 3, Colonial Garage for $9,960.46. This is for the engineering on Main Dam Road. Recommended approval. Item number 4, CBCL for $7,886.70. This is for the main lift station. Recommended approval. Item number 5, William Peary Trucking, $3,316. Invoice $13,909.25. Invoice for $5,451. This was for fuel that we used in our fire trucks at the Driftwood Fire, our winter sand for our roads, and an excavator rental. Recommend approval. Item number 6, the Salvation Army. The request for the Brian's Legacy of Fun, $25 standard donation. Recommended approval. Item number 7, strategic plan, $6,000 plus HST. This was forwarded from Finance to Economic Development for review. Quotes were obtained, and we are going to go with Spicer Facilitation to do this. Recommended approval. Item number 8, Woolsey, $18,268.67, and another one for $488.75. This was for multiple fire hydrants. Recommended approval. Item number 9 is an addition to my report for CBCL in the amount of $91,151.66. Recommended approval. I make a motion to pass the finance report.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question.
One question, yeah, for number 9, CVCL, what was that one for? I know it's for 90,000, what was the project?
I'll give you a copy of the invoice. Main Dam Road.
Yeah, it was one that was, I think it's from the summer, and we missed it.
So it's actually the water filter, and it was one from July. So the Form 15 that came from the province didn't have the CBCL amount listed. It was only for the contractor, not for the consultant. So we were advised this week that was outstanding from progress payment number 12, which would have been for July 2024.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
An invoice total correction, $5,520, with the total to CBCL for the water filter project was $91,000. Carrie? Councillor Jones? I'll give you a copy of the invoice now.
All right, note it for the record. Just so anyone's wondering why you ask questions, that's what we're all here for. Democratic process, so we'll say if Joel's got an idea and someone doesn't like it or they like it, they get to question it, and the more people that have a voice on that decision makes the best decision for everybody. So just wanted to bring everybody up to speed on the process. So we have a mover, we have a seconder. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to accounts payable. Councillor Freak, please.
Accounts payable. These are things that would not be part of our capital works projects. Bear with me, I'm almost there. Almost. Okay. Items number 1 through 16, excluding number 2. So when I exclude something off accounts payable, it means that there could be a conflict of interest with somebody at the table. So items number 1 through 16, excluding 2, in the total amount of $9,397.95.
All right, moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Councillor Freak, please.
Okay, so item number 2 is going to be Councillor.
Yeah, so I guess I should say, so I have to step out now because I'm involved with a company that's getting paid from the town of Deer Lake, and so I can't have a say into what happens with that company, basically. So I got to step out now. I'm going to come down in the crowd, and then they're going to vote on this particular piece.
Okay, so item number 2 is for B&S Trucking in the amount of $1,025.58 for Class A stock. I make a motion to pay the invoice.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jones. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to Let's see here, just bear with me. Department of Arts, Recreation and Culture, Councillor Hines, please.
Okay, so Department of Arts and Recreation and Culture, we met on November 20th at 10 a.m. In attendance was myself, Councillor Fitzgerald, Director of Rec Glenn Wiseman, and the Town Manager Jason Young. Item number 1 was the rubber flooring, and the Rec Director contacted Urban Flooring to request a quote to new rubber flooring in the upstairs dressing room, the area in front of the dressing room, and the stairwell leading to the ice surface. Excuse me. The installation could coincide with the new flooring in the gymnasium, which should help save on project costs due to only requiring one mobilization and demobilization. And the Rec Department will be able to receive a quote from Baker Flooring for the same areas. And additionally, the committee would work with council regarding the other indicated areas within the stadium. So the Rec Department is seeking the council approval to select the lowest bidder. So we recommend approval for that. Item number 2 is the new position for the addition to the recreational complex. So the Recreation Committee wishes to post a job vacancy for a new management position at the Recreation Complex and conduct the interviews. So we recommend approval for that. And item number 3 is the commissioning of the new recreation building. Commissioning of the new rec building will be completed by December 9th. The Rec Director of Public Works Director will be on site for the commissioning, after which point, if everything has met all the requirements, we'll be able to allow Gracia Gymnastics to bring equipment into the building. So that's just for council information. And the last item, item number 4, is the splash pad update. And the contractor hired to conduct the construct the mechanical room and washrooms for the splash pad is currently on site, and construction has commenced. And the building is expected to be completed and ready for splash pad installation in the spring of 2025. So that's for council information as well. Our meeting adjourned at 12 o'clock, and I make a motion to accept the minutes.
All right, thank you, Councillor Hines. Moved by Councillor Hines, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jones. Call for question.
Yeah, question on number 1 for the rubber flooring. I understand we'll take the lowest bidder, but can we see the numbers first? Because sometimes the projects are a little bit, I guess, too high, we feel sometimes, and we should wait. So it'd be nice to know. I got no problem recommend or agreeing with the recommendation, but I'd just like to see the numbers first before we proceed. That's okay.
Yeah, so Deputy Mayor, we can certainly, we'll obtain our 3 quotes for this, and I believe our next public meeting is on December 9th, so we'll have those 3 quotes ready available for you and for all of council to review to make sure that the amounts quoted align with what our estimates are for that area. And just to be clear, as Councillor Hines brought up, this is the upstairs dressing room and the lobby area for the Main Street entrance, as well as the flight of stairs, so that we can now utilize this upstairs dressing room and have skaters be able to make their way to the ice surface.
I'm just wondering, are you requesting a like a friendly amendment here a little bit?
No, I'd just like to see the numbers before, like everything, I guess. Like sometimes we do go over what we're expected or what we're budgeted for, right?
Okay.
Just to make sure, and like I said, it is budget time year, so to make sure we get all of our ducks in a row.
All right.
All right, any further questions? I've got one. This is just a note for the hiring process, I guess, just to make note that it'd be best interest if you had at least one of us from HR conducting interviews, just to keep it transparent, not transparent, but just for council's involvement, I guess, if you'd like.
Will we be going to a firm for this?
Not for that position, no. I don't
No,
know
this is not a department head. They'll actually report to the director. So
Okay.
the goal is now to actually advertise the positions, so that once the building becomes operational in early 2025, that we either got a person in place or we've got a short list of candidates. So what we'll probably do, we'll advertise between now and again the next public meeting, and then we can discuss, once we're advertised, the process in terms of the interviews, and hopefully ambitiously have that done in December 2024.
I understand the, why we're hiring the position. I recall us talking about it, but have we come up with a title for the position? I understand what they're going to be doing generally, but do we have an official title, or like what we put on the job ad? Do you know yet, or?
Yeah, we had it, it's titled a recreation manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what'll happen, they'll report to the director.
Okay.
Director of recreation. So currently Glenn Wiseman.
Oh, okay.
All right, any further comments or questions? Just to bring you guys all up to speed, commissioning, that means that we're finally getting ready to open the annex. Can I get a show of hands if anyone's excited to finally see the annex? Because I sure am. And the last one is something that I think everybody can enjoy, no matter what your age is. They're friendly for everybody, and that's the splash pad. Can I get a raise of hands who's in favor of that as well, please? Splash pad, are you in favor? Yeah, okay. Absolutely. All right, so that concludes the Department of Arts, Recreation, and Culture. Any further comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor? Motion carried. All right, before we call for an adjournment, we'll do a round table. Councillor Hancock, anything to add tonight?
Yeah, I did want to mention a couple things. If I can get my mic. So I wanted to mention the registration for the toy hamper is in person at the Salvation Army, November 28th. I think the allotted times are like 9:30 to 12, 1 to 4, 7 to 9. But of course, check out the Salvation Army Facebook page, as well from a food assistance program around the Christmas period as well. The deadline is December 6th. I think you can go to any of your home church to sort of ensure that you get your name on there. I also wanted to mention that the Legion has a big day coming up November 30th. From what I can gather, there's three sort of there's a lot happening on that one day for them. Really, everything is coming together. You got the Christmas market is happening. You got a prize bingo occurring, and that's when their 50-50 with the food bank is drawn, and you can win up to 20,000. So there's still time to get those as well. And that's it for me. You mentioned the tree lighting and stuff, so that's good.
All right, thank you, Councillor Freak.
He hit them all. I had the Legion, the Christmas parade, the 50-50 Legion tickets. There's still time to donate to the Brian Snow Legacy Fund, which a lot of the Christmas hampers come from. So that's what we donate to as well. So if you or your business want to donate to that great cause, you can still do that by contacting the Facebook page, dropping by the Salvation Army, or dropping by Remax, or touching base with any of the committee members. I think that's it for me.
All right, thank you. Moving on to Deputy Mayor Jones.
No, all good, Mr. Mayor.
All right, Town Manager, CAO.
You want anything?
Have a Councillor Owens.
Oh, totally missed you. 100% my bad. Yeah. And I wasn't trying to give you a pass. I literally missed you. I was looking over here going, wait, see what their exhaust was going to say. But
So
anything to add, Councillor Hines?
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right, apologies.
A reminder, though, for the sports updates, Councillor Langdon is not on the recreation anymore, but I do think that if anything that you're involved in at school, you guys can bring it to the table, and we bring it up at a round table, so we congratulate whatever group you're involved in. If there's an event that you want the community to know about, you can let us know, and we talk about those things in correspondence. So from your school council, if you want to send us a report, how often, depending on how often you meet, but you can certainly send us your minutes, and we can let the public know as well. Alrighty, that's it for me.
Absolutely, great idea. Councillor Jones, no? Okay, or Deputy Mayor Jones, sorry.
All good.
Jason?
I just want to let all the students know here as well that we do actively take part sometimes in student council. I know sometimes a lot of our counselors can't make it because they're working during the day, but Lori and I have been to some of the Xavier, student council meetings, and even I think it's in the grade 6, 7, or 8 curriculum where we do have a day where they come in and Lori does up some motions, and people sit here at the table and raise their hand and pass that. So I mean that's open to any group. Or if any student council wants to come in, I know you guys meet lunchtime, that, I mean, we don't mind staying for lunch sometimes to have a meeting with you guys. If you want to have a student council meeting here in our chamber, by all means, you can certainly come in and do so. And just one last note, I know we've been talking a lot about the annex. It seems like it's finally coming to fruition. Glenn, I believe the floor is being installed later this month. So we are hoping cautiously that during the month of December, if everything works out and we gain ownership of the building, we can have an open house. We can actually bring people into the building. I know I see Sarah over there who's in Gracie Gymnastics. They're very excited to get into a new space in the lower level. So we want to be able to show everybody that this building's been a long time coming. I know this council's put a lot of time, energy, and money towards this building. And we're very excited, Mayor, to be able to finally take acquisition, have this in our community.
Absolutely. Maybe we could have a friendly council against council basketball, volleyball game, something like that, whatever you guys think up of. So we're game. Just on one note, there was a large move in our community today in regards to health and community services. Some of you might have seen it on the Premier or the MHA's page that they're finally going to ramp up the lab services and the administration. That all transpired from a conversation out of this chamber from April 13th in 2023. And it just goes to show when your elected representatives really listen and take care to the people advocating, which I want to put a shout out to every resident that's whether contact myself, a council member, the town office, or the MHA's office. And I just want to put a hats off to some of the staff within the Department of Health and Community Services in St. John's that work under the Premier's banner to see this through, because ultimately, as we hear of shortages, this is a huge one in identifying health concerns prior to where they could go if missed at all. So that's a big thing. I just wanted to put a shout out to all involved again and our local representatives and everyone around this table. So with that being said, I will ask for a mover to adjourn.
Do we want to have all of our student council come up behind us for the viewers online to see our school councils from
Absolutely.
grade 3
You
to
guys are
12?
ready to come up?
And then we can all adjourn the meeting together?
Yeah, now you're talking. And just so you all know, Councilor Freak has the most adjournments in council's history.
Yeah. I get excited to adjourn a meeting. And this might be a night in history that Councillor Jones got his grandson and my son sat at the council table with us tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could I ask council to come up too, please? And manager, you're going to go for a picture, are you? Deputy Mayor Jones, CAO.
Congratulations, everybody, on your win.
Glenn, you want to come in, please? You good? You want to know the big thing around here? A lot of times, most of the work's getting done by the people that are hiding. They always want to hide behind the picture. So, all right, we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, like chocolate soup. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, chocolate soup. All right, so I'm gonna ask to adjourn this meeting, and if you guys all say in favor, we'll adjourn it. You ready? I need a seconder to adjourn by teacher, Councillor Hines. All in favor? Everyone here in favor? Say aye. Aye. It is now 8:08 and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Good job, folks.
Good job.